Hi, this is Tracy from GiftBasketAppeal, and today we're going to make this gorgeous gift basket for the holidays. So let's get started. All of the items that you'll need for this basket will be listed in the description box below. For this basket, I've got some large towels and some pretty small towels as well. And so in order to get them to stand up in the basket, I'm going to tightly roll them up . And then what I'm going to do to hold it in place is use the curling ribbon to tie it up. And it'll also add some color to your basket to use the curling ribbon. And I'm just going to tie a little bow here. And I'm going to do that for all of the towels. Here's a smaller towel. I'm going to do the same thing. Kind of roll it up real tight. And this is going to make for a really nice display inside of the basket. Got different color curling ribbons. And take this gold and when I'm putting the basket together, I don't want this to show, so I'm going to make sure that the ribbon is tied in the front. So it's got a nice, neat look. Our towels are all wrapped up, and I just used some alternating ribbon in red and gold. And so I roll these nice and tightly so that they can actually stack up in the basket like this. Okay, for this basket, I'm not going to use filler because these stack up high enough to be placed in the basket like this. I'm just going to make sure that the back part, since that's like where the fold is actually facing inside. So I'm going to put one here and then take the other one and face it in toward there so that's not showing and the towels look really neat. So as long as everything is facing in, it doesn't show, and that looks really good already. I'm going to go ahead and put my smaller towels in. And let's put one in on this side as well. This would also make a great housewarming gift. Then I'm going to take some hand soaps and stick them in there. Once I'm happy with the way my basket is stacked, I'm going to use these cute poinsettias to add a little bit of embellishment to my basket. There's a couple of places that I could just stack them up. And I love the way these poinsettias look with a little bit of gold in the middle. And this came from a larger bouquet that I found at Walmart. Once I'm finished adding in all of my poinsettias, I just want to take another look at it. Everything looks nice and festive. It's time to start wrapping it up. Now, if you've seen me wrap up the basket before using the cellophane, feel free to skip ahead. But if not, come along for the ride. We'll do it again. You want to make sure that your cellophane comes above the top, and you want enough to create a fan effect. You want to pull it up so both ends are even. And if you have like a whole lot of cellophane, you just make sure you cut it down to the size that you want above your basket. And I'm going to just start gathering all of my cellophane up right above the top. And take your time with this because sometimes the cellophane can rip. Don't worry about the sides sticking out. And don't worry about the cellophane not looking real neat above the top. You can go back and cut that down. Now we're going to take the curling ribbon and we're going to tie a knot around it. And I'm just going to do this one-handed. Just tying it once. And then I'm going to tie it again. And we're going to leave that hanging for a little bit. Now we're going to go ahead and tuck these sides in. And for that, you're going to need some packing tape. Okay, what I'm going to do with the sides is using a small piece of packing tape. I'm going to pull this down along the side. And I'm going to tuck it under. And once I have it tucked under, I'm just going to take a small piece of packing tape and just pressing against that, pressing against the cellophane, to just smooth it out, and it's good. Now for the other side. I'm just taking my cellophane and just kind of folding it under, just rolling it just a little bit till I get to right here. And that'll actually tighten up your cellophane a little bit. Take my packing tape, press it down and under, and then it's in place. Okay, everything is all tucked in and nice and secure. Now we got to work with this. So the fan, I'm just going to cut down a little bit because I'm actually going to make two double bows for this basket. So I'm just going to gather this up. I'm going to cut up and then I'm going to cut down. Okay, and then that'll just fluff out. And so now we're ready to make our bow. These are actually Dollar Tree bows. They had a really nice selection this year. And so I'm just going to mix up the colors using it's like a red with snowflakes and kind of a winter white. And it's got this nice sparkly red going through it. And so these will be nice to play off of each other. This is a 9-foot wide ribbon. And what I decided, I'm going to use this as the smaller, more condensed bow for our double bow. And so all I'm doing is pinching right here in the middle and I'm leaving a little bit out on the sides here, okay? And so I'm just taking it and you can fluff as you go, or you can do this at the end if you want, but I just like to fluff as I go. So I'm just bending and pinching in the middle. Bending it, pinching in the middle. Bending and pinching. So I'm just making sure that both sides are even as far as your loops. And a bow can really take a basket to the next level. And don't be afraid to play with the colors. Mix them up a bit and make your basket look interesting and unique. Okay, and I'm still pinching. And so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 loops on this side, 1, 2, 3, 4 loops on the other side. So we're still good. I'm going to come around the back with that. And then I'm going to come around the top, and this will be our last loop. And you see I still have it right between my thumb and my forefinger. And then I'm going to go back and neaten this up. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some curling ribbon and I'm going to tie it. And I'm just taking this and tying a knot right in the back. Okay, so I'm just finishing up my tying, and I'm just going to tie a knot so that it can be nice and secure, and then we'll go ahead and work on the larger ribbon. For the larger ribbon, I'm going to go ahead and use the same exact technique. Only thing is I'm making the loops larger, and so this will be the back of our double bow. And so this is what our larger bow looks like. And I'm going to go back and neaten it up once I get the other bow attached. This part here is a little bit of excess. So I'm going to wait until I finish attaching this bow to this, and then I'm going to cut it off. So in order to attach this bow, I'm going to take the back, place it up against the larger bow, and then I'm going to take my curling ribbon and I'm going to tie it on that back side so nothing is really showing. I'm going to tie another knot. And then I could go back and neaten it up. Now, this red bow has a little excess. What you could do is either cut it off, or you can just kind of roll it up, because it is a wired ribbon, and just roll it up into the middle. And then I'm going to take this and cut it off. And I just tuck it back there. No one will really see it. And now we're ready to attach our bow. Now I'm going to go ahead and use that same curling ribbon to tie my bow onto the basket. And so all I'm doing is using the base of that fan and I'm just tying it around. Let me just turn that around so you can see. Using the same curling ribbon. Okay, and I just tied a knot. And now, of course, that looks too plain, so we've got to put another ribbon on the back of it. Okay, so our other bow for the back of the basket is all done. And I'm going to show you how to attach this. Similar way to how we attach that front bow, except we're going to take our ribbon and we're going to bring it underneath. We're going to pull it up and bring it right underneath the other ribbon. So that curling ribbon is coming right down under here, right around to the front here. And I'm just tying a knot to secure it. And it's pretty much attached under there. Yep. And then you could always go back and neaten it up and adjust. Both of our bows are all attached. And this is actually the back side of the basket, but it could be the front. And this is the front, but it could be the back. And so I have one more thing that I want to attach to this, but just to let you know that a bow can really make the difference in taking your basket to the next level. Because when people are looking at a basket, the first thing they're going to actually notice is what it looks like on the outside. It's just like a beautifully wrapped gift. They'll always look at the outside first, and then they'll look at the inside. So if you want your baskets to really go to another level, really put some work into learning how to do the bows and the bow techniques. I do have some videos, several videos that show you how to do bows. But this is what it looks like, and we've got one more item to attach. I'm going to attach an ornament to this basket. I'm going to go ahead and attach this lovely ornament, and I'm going to use my curling ribbon. The curling ribbon can serve many purposes, and so all I'm doing is bringing this up. I'm taking my other curling ribbon and I'm just going to tie it on and draw it up. And we could just leave it hanging like that. I think that looks great, and that green actually adds something to it. And then I'm going to just tie a knot. And then I'm going to take this curling ribbon and cut it down a little bit. Just spiral it around. And with this longer curling ribbon, we really don't need it too much, so I'm going to just cut this shorter. That way you can't even see it. Let's turn it around. On this side, I'll just cut this down a little bit. And you see how all those colors come together and look really good. Our basket's all done and perfectly wrapped for the holidays. And I'm going to just give it a spin so you can see. Everything ties nicely together. The bows look fabulous. The contents inside are nice and tight. And we're all done. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Happy holidays, and thanks for watching. I love the wired ribbon because I get to shape it the way I want, and it's a lot easier to work with. And so we already have our bow shaping up. It's basically making loops.